Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Man, Judge Fleischer had a day. I was wondering, none of those are the right words. So the way it started out in Judge Fleischer's court today, his court was misbehaving. He goes with you, he goes with you, he goes with you. But the chat was behaving so nicely. I don't know where that came from. Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Man, Judge Fleischer had a day. I was wondering, none of those are the right words. So
Hold
the
on,
way it
I
started
found it.
out in Judge. Hey guys. Okay. So Judge Fleischer started sending everybody back, but the chat was being oh so nice. They were just being oh so nice. And then it took a wicked turn. Judge Fleischer stopped sending people away, but we had banned people. It was like a roller coaster all at the same time. The thing that I like the most about Judge Fleischer's chat is the people who we delete the most messages from are the people who say things like, "Yeah, guys, let's 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 keep it clean so we get to keep the chat." Like what? I just deleted 6 of your messages, dude. So we are going to go today to Colorado. 2 clips from Colorado, and then we're just gonna finish it out with Judge Fleischer because it was a good day. Let's start with this guy.
The question at this point, Mr. Lowe, is how you want to proceed with your case. If you want to continue.
Available for any offers at this time?
What's that?
Is the district attorney available to make any offers at this time?
Mr. Pinkston?
Yes, there is an offer because unfortunately, due to your circumstances and inability to stay on probation, we would offer 21 days to close probation as unsuccessful.
Okay. I would agree to that.
Just to be clear, though, not to run concurrent with the current one.
Correct?
So 21 days in addition to your 18 months.
Okay.
I would assume we need some paperwork, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Is there a reason we're not entered in on this person's case?
Well, let's
that might make sense.
Well, hang on. Yeah. So here's where we're at. Mr. Lowe filed his own writ pro se from the Trinidad Correctional Facility where he is serving a sentence in another case. He asked to be heard or brought before the court on this case, which is a Grand County case. It's a motion to revoke probation. No counsel has entered, although he is certainly entitled under the circumstances. The people have made an offer. Mr. Lowe sounds like he wants to accept that. He is serving, beginning in May of this year, an 18-month sentence, is what he's told me. Mr. Lowe, if you would like to have the public defender represent you in this case, I think that's something that Mr. Geisler-Zucaitis could try and accommodate. I would, at a minimum, need some plea paperwork before I would go forward with a resentence. So this is going to be rescheduled for a different court date.
If it's going to be rescheduled, then sure. I mean, if he's available to meet with me, sure,
Yeah. Mr. Geisler-Zucaitis, what needs to happen for Mr. Lowe to get the public defender appointed for this case?
Judge, all I need is his case number and we'll get our entry filed today. And then I'll reach out to you this week, Mr. Lowe. And I bet we can get you a little bit better of a deal than that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to reschedule Mr. Lowe's case then. I'm not putting it on for October 15th. I can put it on for October 22nd. I would propose at 11:30.
Give me
When is
one-
that?
I'm going to reschedule your case and I want to make sure Mr. Geisler Zukatis is available. So just one moment.
Judge, could we go perhaps over to the next week? I have a motions hearing in Jackson County.
Yes, October 29th at 10 or at 11:30 a.m.
Okay. And may I have that case number, Judge?
Yes, so this is 22 CR 5002.
Okay.
Will you make sure to rent my facility?
Yep, so the people are on notice, Mr. Pinkston. The people need to file a writ for that date, October 29th at 11:30 a.m.
That way I get it put on the docket here for sure.
Yep,
All right, thank you.
that's all then. Thank you, Mr. Lowe.
I liked his soon-to-be attorney. He's very entertaining. But this guy, I mean, he's in jail anyway, so he's like, huh, 21 more days? I don't care. Sure, I'll take that. And the lawyer is like, wait a second. Why isn't anybody asking me anything? So we're going to go to one more from this court. This guy, I mean, in no way, shape, or form should he be allowed to have what he's asking for at all. And they're discussing it like it might be an option. Wait, what? Not that option. I needed to be in this court this day to say, guys, no. But they're discussing it. They're discussing it. So this is the mother's boyfriend. The mother's boyfriend is in jail right now for aggravated assault against the 14-year-old son, or abuse against the 14-year-old son. Something happened that one night, and now this guy is in jail. Okay, so that's where we're at. I fumble at the very beginning, but I ran out of time to fix it. So I think I have to go 4 minutes in until I get to where we went.
Kristen's the one doing all the work. No contact with Camber
In the facility.
Ducatus. How do you want to proceed?
Oh, not 4
this
minutes
case?
in.
Have it with it.
Good enough.
Kristen's the one doing all the work. All right, Mr. Kubasta, you there?
I need 1 second before I press play. Okay, I'm good.
There we go. So we're going to go back on the record in 24M58, People versus Aaron Kubasta. I've got all parties present by WebEx. Mr. Geisler Zukatis, how do you want to proceed in this case, having had a chance to speak with Mr. Kubasta?
Judge, we would ask the court to modify the protection order in this case to consensual contact. Mr. Kubasta has been engaged in several rehabilitative services. He's taking it seemingly all of the services he can in the facility over there. He's doing really well, seemingly. I know he can provide more information to the court if the court would like to hear specifically, but I know he's engaged in the jail behavioral services. I think he's engaged in some alcohol services. So if the court would like to hear more specifically, I would ask to inquire of Mr. Kubasta, but.
Yeah, well, so the protection order is currently no contact with Camber Johnson, which is that Mr. Kubasta's child?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Pinks, do the people have any position on that request to modify?
We do, but I'm not exactly sure Camber is his child. I need to verify that. I don't believe. Or Kubasa maybe on the, is Camber your son? Biological?
He's my stepson.
Okay, thank you. steps on, that helps clarify it. Yes, the people will object. Oh, no, I should note though, we have spoken to Camber and he said it'd be okay with, I'm going to read it verbatim, the note for I don't misphrase. This is from our system. Camber be okay with written or communication via text or phone. That said, the people will object because in our case, Camber is the sole witness. And I do believe there's lots of opportunities for him to be influenced or be intimidated by the situation. Just to put it in context, Mr. Kubasta has been arrested 19 times now, including multiple felonies. He's sitting in jail now. I have watched the video. He can come across as a fairly intimidating person, particularly to a 14 and 15-year-old kid. And so for that reason, to protect the integrity of this case and just to make sure he has enough breathing room, this child, to give us, valid testimony, we will object to any communication with him.
Judge, I will, the phones are monitored in there. If they want to pull the record from that and get it, they can. Mr. Kubasta, I think as a stepfather has a constitutional right here to have, discussions and conversations, care, custody, and control of his children. And when the court imposes restrictions on a mandatory protection order that curtail that right, we have to do it in the least restrictive ways that would satisfy strict scrutiny under the law. I think him being in custody, they're not going to see each other in person. It would be phone communication. Mr. Kubasta is a very intelligent man. He understands consensual contact. I think that, if young Camber doesn't want to talk to him, I think Mr. Kubasta will honor that. But from all the information that I have, it seems like they are both looking for contact with each other.
Well, let me ask this as a sort of baseline question. As the stepfather of Camber, does he have parental rights? I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know the answer off the top of my head either, Judge, but I would assume somebody acting as a father figure would have those rights.
He has
But-
no right.
Well, that's a big difference,
Zero.
though. In
right.
Zoller, the case you're citing here, or referring to indirectly, doesn't specifically address that.
You're right, Judge.
Um,
But I will
Also,
say,
to clarify, in the police report, he's identified as a mother's boyfriend. So I have no knowledge of them actually getting married at any point.
but Judge, I will say, even aside from the constitutional people v. Zoller
Sure.
MPO modification argument, he's in custody. It's not like he's gonna, have any physical contact with this child. Like I said, it's all monitored. If Mr. Pinkston wants, he can pull a record of every single phone conversation. I just, I don't think it's a big ask for consensual contact between the two.
okay, thank you.
Matt,
Yeah, Mr.
Your Honor.
Mr. Pinkston, yes, sure.
be as it may, Camber is a bright child. He knows Mr. Kubasa will get out at some point in time, and that has to be a consideration.
Yeah, well, so first, let me start with the parental right. Based on what I'm hearing, the police report says Mr. Kubasta is the boyfriend of Camber's mom. This is a child abuse charge. I don't have any information indicating that, in fact, Mr. Kubasta has some parental rights regarding Camber. And so I don't think that the Zoller provisions apply based on the information I have in front of me. I also think that the protection order is reasonable given the charge here. And I'm going to maintain, or I'm going to keep the protection order as issued. It's going to remain a no contact order under the circumstances. It will not be modified. And so that's that. Mr. Geisler-Zucatis, then, how do you want to proceed?
We'll plead not guilty and set for trial, Judge.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and enter the not guilty plea and set Mr. Kubasta for a jury trial. Let me pull up the calendar. One moment. So we're probably looking, my calendar seems to be the least of anyone's
Hi, Tufel Huddenman.
worries. I'm looking February 12th, February 19th. something? Mr. Geisler,
Thank you,
you're nodding your
Tina.
head.
I can accept either of those, Judge, whichever one is more convenient for the court.
Mr. Pinkston, February 12th, February 19th?
Either one will work fine.
Let's do the 12th. So February 12th, one-day jury trial beginning at 8 a.m. Mr. Kubasta remains in custody. We'll get him here. We can set a motions hearing for the afternoon of, can we do it on January 14th?
I'm available, Judge.
Okay, January
Yes, Your
14th
Honor.
for in-person motions. Unless Mr. Kubasa remains in custody. I mean, if he remains in custody, I think he can appear virtually for that.
Yeah, he's perhaps going to Concord or DOC in another case.
Okay.
The offer was to plead guilty to the charge, so.
That's actually not true, but okay.
Oh. Well, he's going to be in custody for a while, I think.
No, that's
Oh.
not true. That's not true either.
Okay.
So
Well, I can
I'll be
accept.
I'll be in custody for another 30 days at the most, but I'll be in treatment after that.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you're not in custody, you need to be here in person.
I can't leave the treatment though.
Well, all right.
Now the
Talk
judge
to your
gets
attorney
him.
about it.
Here we go.
He'll get it sorted for you.
My attorney's right here. My cases are closed in Mesa.
Well, Mr. Kubasta, we, and by we, I mean Mr. Geis, I include Mr. Geisler Zucaitis. Things happen, right, in all kinds of other jurisdictions if you have cases there. You know, Mr. Geisler Zucaitis doesn't have a computer in his head to tell him instantly when that stuff happens. If he is misinformed or if he doesn't have the right information, he will get it and he will communicate with you, okay? But I'm not really in a position to address it any further right now. I'm setting these for in person. If for some reason you are in custody elsewhere and are not able to attend in person, then we can address that at the time, all right? But for now, jury trial, February 12th, 8 a.m. in person. Motions hearing, January 14th. I'm going to set it at 2:30 p.m. for an hour and a half. Motions deadline will then be December 13th. And we'll schedule a final pretrial conference for, hang on one moment.
It's in Colorado.
All right, we'll schedule the final pretrial for February.
I'm trying to think what city.
We'll schedule for
Colorado.
February 3rd at 4:30 p.m. for 30 minutes. That can be virtual. That'll be set as virtual
It's
unless
possible it's
otherwise
Pueblo.
ordered by the court. Anything else? I'll send out the trial scheduling order. I'll have that information on there. Anything else, Mr. Geisler-Zucaitis?
Not at this time, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Pinkston?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all. I do have a couple FTAs I want to address. Ms. Lenz, you're here. Is there a case that you are present for?
Okay. So that lawyer. That lawyer is entertaining to me. I liked him, and I liked what he was trying to tell his client. You know, no, you're still going to be locked up. No, I'm not going to be locked up. I'm going to be in rehab. Oh, well, then you can come to court. No, I can't come to court because I'm going to be locked up in rehab. The judge is like, he doesn't have a little computer in his brain. Well, why not? I saw that in Doctor Who. It was pretty cool. You just had to snap your finger and it, never mind. Never mind. Never the mind. Okay, now we're going to Judge Fleischer. Look, he's right there. He's ready. Let's start with someone. What a day. What a day. Here we go.
This way. Are you Bob Henry Broussard?
Yes, sir, I am.
Mr. Broussard, you're charged with terrorist threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On August 30th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance with a weapon call at 5610 Royal Palm Street in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with the complainant, who stated his neighbor, the defendant, threw what he thought was hot grease from the top of the stairs, which nearly contacted his leg and which got on his shoe. The complainant stated the defendant later grabbed a long stick, stated, "You think I'm a hoe? I'll show you," and went down the stairs with the stick. The defendant walked towards the complainant yelling, "I'll fuck you up," while holding the stick in a threatening manner. The complainant feared for his life. The defendant was identified with his Texas driver's license.
Who is the complaining witness to him?
It's just his neighbor.
Is this a neighbor or someone that you live with? I don't want to know. I don't want to talk about the case. The only thing I want to
It's a
know
neighbor.
is it's a neighbor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you live next door.
Yes, sir.
You live in a house and it's an apartment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Broussard, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also
Oh, Michael,
ordering you as a
that was
condition of your
well.
bond not to be in possession of any weapons. If you violate these bonds, I will put you in, or these conditions, I'll put you in jail. You failed to appear the first time. The magistrate gave you another PR bond. You will not get another one. If you fail to appear again, I will revoke your bond, make it $10,000, put you in jail. And if you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, guess what happens? Mr. Broussard, did you hear anything I just said?
Yes, I did.
What happens?
Whatever you decide.
If you fail to appear again, I will revoke your bond. You got out of jail because I gave you a free bond. You're not going to get another one. You have already been given two. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I was in the hospital.
How do I know that? Am I clairvoyant? I don't have access to the stars, and I'm not an interdimensional being. So if you miss court again, I will revoke the bond, set it around 10,000, give or take. And if you don't have anyone to, pay that, you'll be stuck like Chuck. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm unemployed at the moment.
I'm sorry?
I'm unemployed at the moment.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 6 years old.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
Well, I
What year
work,
was it?
well, this weekend, actually, roofing.
No. When was the last time you had a legitimate full-time
Well, I worked
job?
with Audio Tech for 20 years, and I worked with Just Energy. I had my own business for 10 years. I was the X-ray tech for 10 years. I went through a divorce that was litigated for 4 years and lost everything. But at one time, I made $200,000 a month.
A 4-year divorce? Oh,
How
man.
do you eat now? How do you get money now?
Just so happened, thing is, I'm sorry, I had these shorts. I got evicted, and this is all I have. This is what I have on. I apologize.
I'm not, how do you get money now? How do you survive?
Clean parking lots, whatever I can do to eat.
Okay, I'll appoint your lawyer today. All I'm asking you to do is be nice. I'm not asking you to do anything crazy here. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law.
Take him to jail.
So if you are out of this apartment now, there's no reason for you to go back then, right? Have they evicted you?
Do all my stuff.
Okay, so don't go back then. I'll appoint your lawyer today. All I'm asking you to do is be nice. That's it. So I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm gonna have you take a seat in the jury box. I'm gonna find your lawyer. Do not leave until you sign these conditions, and at that point, we'll work with you. Okay? All you have to do is show up. If you show up, good things happen. That's it. All right, please. Can you file no contact and no weapons, please? Thanks.
Right. Come on up. Page 9,
Coffee
Fry.
time. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge.
We'll see if it's a good morning, Mr. Fry. All I know is that we've given you bond after bond, and your case is now 614 days old.
I was.
I don't care.
Yes, sir.
But I don't care. All we ask you to do is show up, and you repeatedly don't do that. Take a seat for me at the jury box.
This way, sir.
If you want to reach out to Nathan, it looks like he's still attached, and we'll figure out what's going to happen.
Okay. Next judge is page 16 and 17, Martinez. Elias. Surety bonds.
Oh, surety bonds?
Yes, Judge.
You were on bond for an assault of a family member, and you've now picked up another assault of a family member. Mr. Martinez, you're now facing another year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Wait a second. So he's on bond for an assault of a family member, and then it looks like in June of this year, he picked up an assault and an interference with the 911.
Hey, Slytherin.
Can we just go ahead and do probable cause on the two new ones, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The complainant and defendant are in a dating relationship. On April 13, 2024, officers were dispatched in reference to a 911 hangup with a female screaming on the line that then disconnected. No answers were received on callbacks. The complainant and the defendant had an argument about the defendant buying more alcohol. The defendant became aggressive towards her and started clenching his hands, making a fist with both hands and posing in body in a threatening manner. The complainant attempted to back away and used her iPhone voice commands to call 911. The defendant heard her attempting to make the call and attempted to take the phone away from her in order to hang up the 911 call in order to prohibit the complainant from requesting police. The complainant and the defendant both struggled for the cell phone when the defendant struck her on the mouth, causing pain. The defendant was receiving callbacks from 911 dispatch, and the complainant told the defendant to answer the phone because it was the police. The defendant did not answer and tried to go inside the residence with the complainant's phone. The complainant made another attempt to grab her cell phone from the defendant's hand so she could call 911, but the defendant would not release it. The defendant then left the scene with the complainant's cell phone, making the complainant unable to call 911.
Is the complaining witness in the first assault the same complaining witnesses in the room? Your bond is 1501 on the first case, 1,500 on the second case, and then $1,000 on the third case. I think they're wholly insufficient. So I'm now going to revoke those and I'm going to raise them all up. He goes with he.
He goes.
We need to put a whole host of conditions
goes
on him.
in
before he goes down. Send him down. Have a lawyer today, Mr. Martinez.
So what now?
Have a lawyer today.
I don't.
Can we appoint Mr. Martinez a lawyer, please? Okay. Goes with you. Hi. Oh, was that it? Do we have any more arraignments?
That's it. We have
That's
a
it.
Spanish one, but I
Okay.
need to leave.
Okay, ready? Hi.
Yes, Judge. I'm here, morning, for Jesus Cornejo.
Excellent. Okay,
Last time we were here on his, before his original, docket date, I don't know if you recall, he was, gonna work offshore, so he requested, a little more time for this reset.
okay,
And so, we're requesting one last additional reset. We did send mitigation information, and supporting documents. The DA, he did communicate that, he had not reviewed them yet, as, he's new to the court, and so we request a short reset for him to review.
says per hired attorney will do a plea at the next setting, and this was on 8/21.
Right, and so this was, with the previous, DA who knew, was more familiar with the case. We did.
Hi, Will. Nice tie.
Are we doing time, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I was doing the bond.
That's okay. Good morning, Mr. Dickerson. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done.
Will's client.
Understand
Mr.
this charge will
Dickerson.
go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. So if you ever, if you're in a car driving and you smell like booze and you get pulled over, they smell it, you're gonna come right back to us. What we're doing today will not happen again. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? So no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. So if you want to get lit, you want to have 15 beers, just don't get into a car. That's all we ask. Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for 1 day. I am going to suspend your license, sir. We don't want you to drive. Don't drive. Do you understand? I'm suspending it for 180 days, sir. Good luck to you, sir.
Receive credit for ALR suspension on that, Judge. Okay.
I'm not going to reward it for being out 1,100 days. You know, what I really want to do is stick him with the fine as well. But I know he's not going to pay it. You know, you should, because of how long you've ducked out on us for 2.5, 3 years, should be paying the $3,500 fine and fee supervision. I'm not going to pay it, you know, but I mean, I'm not going to make you pay it, but Mr. Dickerson, don't drive. Your license is now suspended for 6 months. Do not drive. Otherwise, you're going to be back here and it's really going to go sideways. Do you understand, sir? Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Second.
And guess who we're going to see on the docket today? Ah,
Judge Martinez.
Okay. April Martinez, come up.
Susan, you just hurt my feelings in 3 ways in that one sentence. I'm going to go cry for a little bit.
This way, ma'am. No, no, this way. Do you really want to go to jail?
Sure.
You're not following your bond conditions, man. You're supposed to call in on a daily basis and you're not doing that.
Yes, I was called and it was on a Thursday or Friday, and then I was calling, and then I know it's Monday through Friday, so I never came to me to call on the weekends as well.
Flossie, call him
Then on
more
Sunday I
direct.
called, and now that I noticed I can call on the weekends, I was like, okay, let's get to it. I made my call this morning as well.
How many times has she missed, Rachel? And has it been just the weekend or has it been during the week as well?
No, it's been during the week because I go to work from.
Log in from your browser instead of the app. Just get rid of the app. You don't need the app.
5:30 to take, get myself dressed and then get my son dressed, and I go and get him ready. I get
I
ready.
remember those days.
I go to work, and then it gets busy with work with the seniors residents, getting them up. And then the most of the times when I try to get to call, it's right after I get out, which is at 2, and then I realize it's closed because of 12.
Rachel, what
My
time is it
hands
open
got
for her to
bigger
call?
last night, you don't know?
What time is it closed?
Okay, so starting August 26th, she called on the 26th, then called on the 22nd, called on the 28th, 29th, then called on the 30th through the 2nd, called on the 3rd, then called on the 4th, the 5th, called on the 6th, then called the 7th and the 8th. So it's like every other day. she's sick. Basically every other day or every few days. that she's sick. Because like she didn't call.
If you do it again, I will revoke your bond.
Yes, sir.
Understand? You
Yes.
need to find a time every day, and at that particular time, you take 5 minutes out and you go call.
Yes, sir.
That's what you need to do.
I want to have that again.
I'm gonna send you for a drug and alcohol test right now as well.
That's fine.
But I'm gonna tell you, if it happens again, you hold the keys to the cell, not me.
How
All right.
dare you?
Okay.
That
Mr.
package
Terry, we'll give you a
outfit was
normal reset for
epic.
now. If it comes
Epic.
back positive for something, then we'll get a hold of you.
Okay.
But if it happens again that we hear that she's not calling in, we'll just immediately revoke her bond and put her in jail.
Your Honor, I totally understand.
That's
Thank
it.
you for giving her a second chance.
Sure. Okay, guys, please. Hold on, Mr. Terry, we need to get you a date.
Okay.
October 29th to the 31st.
October 29th to the 31st.
29th, Judge.
It's yours.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. 9 a.m. or can we have both of them set at the same time? We had one set at 11 and one set at 8:30 today.
It's really, it's a non-issue. Not only that, her appearance will be waived.
Okay.
So you can come in at any time, like, whether it's 8:30, 9, 10, whatever.
Okay.
And the case is not old, right?
No.
65.
Yeah, so we'll waive the appearance and then just, you come whenever you want.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Before noon, though.
Yes. I have an excuse, Your Honor.
All right, have fun.
Thank you.
No. If we get a,
Tinsley Love.
Have a great day, Judge.
all right, take care, Dan.
Thanks, boss.
Okay, are you Jose Adelmo Hernandez Perez? Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, remember to go slow, because he's.
On September 16, 2024, officers viewed defendant run a red light while driving on West Parker Road in Harris County, Texas. They initiated a traffic stop. Officers made contact with defendant and witnessed the defendant's girlfriend. Officers observed defendant had glossy eyes and strong odor of alcoholic beverage. Defendant admitted he had one small beer. Witness stated that defendant had 2 large beers. Officers observed an open 24-ounce can of Modelo in cup holder in the center.
Drinking while he's driving.
Officers administered SSLC Got a 4 out of 6 on the HDN. The defendant refused to walk and turn in the one leg stand. Defendant read the DIC and consented to the breath. The results were 0.144 and 0.147.
Any prior DWIs?
No, Judge.
Mr. Hernandez Perez, I would hope that you recognize that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. Tell me, what is your immigration status? Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Judge, I believe it's from Honduras.
Thank you. What happens if you go to jail?
I don't know what happens.
Think, are you in this country with or without permission? Who do you think sweeps the jail every 4 hours, Mr. Hernandez Perez?
Never been in jail.
Immigration sweeps the jail every 4 to 6 hours. So if you are in jail at the time that they sweep and they find you there, then they will put a detainer on you and you will remain in custody until immigration is done with you. So you will sit there for about 6 to 9 months and then they'll ship you off to immigration and then you get deported. I'm putting conditions on your bond now. And if I find that you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail. You were lucky to get out once. It's not going to happen again. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. And at that point, you will get an immigration detainer. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I will randomly test you. I find that you're using any alcohol or drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. This is the only warning that you will get from me, Mr. Hernandez. I see every single day people in custody with immigration detainers. The fact that you have an open container in and of itself is a minimum of 5 days in jail. And I guarantee you, if you do 5 days, you will be stuck in there for the next 6 to 9 months.
You have to pick everything up off my floor before it can be swept. I need, I don't know, movers and ice. Fozzie just found out he's unmuted. Uh-oh, guys.
This here is a sworn document that you're going to make to me today, promising me that you're not going to drive. I do not care what your excuse is. If you drive, you will do a substantial amount of time in jail. Do you understand? I will have you come up here, swear to this. After that, I will get you to Victoria, where will you have a sign, a reset. You need a lawyer. So we will get you out of here and we will give you time for you to go get a lawyer. After you sign the reset, you will get with rate-free bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. You were lucky to get out once. Don't push your luck, because it's not going to happen again. Do we have another ring? Okay.
Next is on page 21. Soy,
Here, you ready?
Mahia.
Well,
21.
yeah.
Ellie, what does his skirt say? CJ, help her.
It's under Soy, SUY. Mahia. Soy Mahia.
Are you Mr. Sui Mejia?
Yes.
Mr. Sui Mejia, you were charged with 2 cases. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. On the DWI, you're facing a year in custody and or a $4,000 fine. On the failure to stop and give information, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine.
Linus, you got me in trouble tonight at work. Tonight at work, it was trivia. And the guy who does trivia, Kelly, K-E-L-E-E or something like that, Kelly, he does trivia at a bunch of places around Lancaster. So Monday he's here, and Tuesdays he's here, and Wednesday he's here, and oh, jeez. So Tuesday is the only day he's doing trivia this week, and he was at where I work. Okay, and a lot of 50% of the some of the people that that follow Kelly will go where he goes. Monday they'll go there, Tuesday he'll go there, Wednesday they'll go there, and then some of them are just like they stick to one place. So every Tuesday they will come to Big Dog, but they won't go to any other place. Well, he has a pretty big following, and because he's on vacation or something, so he's only doing trivia today. That's it. He only did trivia today. So all the people from all the bars came to Big Dog today to make sure that they were able to do trivia this week. So we were slammed. So I made this mistake in front of a full bar of people. One of the questions were, what is, Linus's last name on in Peanuts? What is Linus's last name? And a lot of old people come in. It's the same with trivia. The question gets asked, and then we get the people saying, "Hi, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the question. Repeat it." So, of course, all I kept saying to everybody is, "What is Linus's last name? What is Linus's last name?" And I didn't even realize that I was doing it. I was just telling people, "What is Linus's last name?" And I heard people talking, but I wasn't listening. Finally, that it hit me that everybody was saying it's Linus, it's Linus, it's Linus. And that is Kelly. You are so smart. Bill, hello. All right, Linus. I would rather get his last name wrong and yours always right than the other way around.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay,
Judge, may I read PC?
please.
Number 16, 2024, at 600
Didn't I just put
Avenue.
your comment on screen? Do I need to rewind it? I think I just put your comment on screen. I'm sure I did. All right, hold on, guys. I want to make sure because I thought I did. I thought I did. Oh my, where is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong box. Hold on, guys. Kelly said Van Pelt. There. Boom. Didn't I just put that on? I thought I did. I love you, CJ.
The witness advised the officers that the defendant was detained prior to the officers arriving because the defendant attempted to flee the scene. Officers spoke to an off-duty Missouri City PD officer.
Here's the problem, CJ. I can't read while I talk. If I read chat while I'm trying to speak, nothing comes out. So I speak and then I look at chat and then your message must have been way past it by then. I only saw Kelly's.
Who advised that he observed the defendant's drive for CW's vehicle and that the
Bill, help me
defendant
out here.
exited
How
the
hard is
driver's
it to
seat
read
and
when
ran
you watch?
westbound into the shopping plaza. Witness, the defendant, the police officer from Missouri was the witness, got out of his vehicle and chased the defendant. The witness then detained the defendant and brought him back to the scene of the accident. CW stated he was driving north on Hillcrest when he was struck by the defendant. CW said that the defendant made no attempts to exchange information and corroborated the witness's account of the defendant fleeing the scene of the accident. Officer made contact with the defendant and observed, I'm sorry.
Strong odor of alcohol on the breath.
Okay.
Make contact with the defendant and observe red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and staggering walking, and the odor of an alcoholic beverage.
That's
The
Alex,
defendant
right?
said he was
Alex?
heading back to his hotel, and the defendant advised he did not have any physical disabilities or
No,
contact
that's
lenses.
not Alex. Alex is the long-haired guy.
The defendant advised that he had fled from the accident because he was scared, and upon search of the vehicle, the officers found a warm, open Modelo can,
Who
24
dat right
ounces,
there? Who
in the
dat?
front console, and a cold,
Jason.
closed beer can on the passenger floor. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN,
Drinks in the car.
6 out of 6. Walk and turn, 6 out of 8.
I was in
One
a
leg
bar
stand, 3
30,
out of
40
4.
minutes ago.
Officers read the DIC in Spanish on scene, and the defendant took the breath. The defendant blew a .177 and a .179.
No one knows who that is right there. Now he's gone.
Mr. Suima here, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license?
No.
Look at me. You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing a promise with me that you're not gonna drive. This is an affidavit that you're going to make with me today, that you're not gonna drive. And if I find that you drive,
I'm scared of the
I will
one
be so
on the end of
upset
that. Is
that
me
I'm going to have
non-alcoholic?
smoke come out of my ears. And if I get upset, that means you will go to jail. And if you are not in this country with permission, if you are not a citizen of this country and you go to jail, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will be stuck in custody until all these cases are over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration. So if you want to be in this country
Oh my God, his name might be
and you're not
Michael,
here
guys.
with permission,
That's awesome.
then you must be on your best behavior. Because we have places for people who create a lot of trouble and who are not here with permission. Do you understand me? I'm now also going to order you to obtain a handheld.
I have a Bonefish Grill here in Lancaster. And first off, I rarely ever go big chains. I always go local restaurants, local, always. I remember once walking into the Bonefish Grill with my daughter. This was, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. I don't know. And I went in, I sat down, I opened the menu, and I looked at the prices, and I was shocked. I'd never done this before. Usually when I make a decision, I stick to it, but I saw the prices and we just got up and left. We drank some of our waters, which made me feel really bad, but the prices were outstandingly ridiculous. So we're like, no, there's no way we're paying this for a meal. And we left. So I've never eaten at Bonefish Grill.
interlock device that you're going to take with you to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. If I find that you consume alcohol or any illegal drugs, likewise, I'm going to put you in jail. And I'm telling you now, I will make your bond extremely high because I will deem you a public danger. Do you understand me? I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. And if that means locking you up for an extended period of time, I have no problems doing it. The device that I'm going to give you now, you must charge it on a daily basis. Every single day, you must charge the battery. If the battery goes dead, so will you. Do you understand? How old are you, Mr. Swima here?
23.
What do you do for a living?
Se dedica.
Trabajo en un restaurante.
I work in a restaurant.
No more alcohol.
No más alcohol.
Do you understand? What happens if you consume alcohol?
O sea, si usted consume alcohol.
No voy a la cárcel.
I'll go to jail.
Good. What happens if you drive?
O sea, si usted maneja.
Voy a la cárcel.
Go to jail.
Good. You now know what is expected of you.
Se espera de usted.
There's no excuse.
No hay ninguna excusa.
For now, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria to sign a reset. And after that, you will meet with Rachel for your bond conditions. This is the only warning that you will get from me, Mr. Sui Mejia. Take it and use it wisely, because if not,
Sabiamente.
there will be hell to pay. Thanks. That way. Can you file the guardian in-law paperwork, please?
The other one is, 25.
Opportunity and
I know this is not going to help, but I'm just going to say it here in the hopes that maybe some people who are in Judge Fleischer's courtroom might be here as well. Who knows? You cannot type the word drugs. You cannot talk about alcohol. Just because the judge says something does not mean you can say something. Think of it, if there was a 5-year-old in front of you, you would not want to say some of the things that you guys say in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. But it's not you guys, though. It's other people. I'm hoping they watch on replay crew. So we delete hundreds and hundreds of messages every single day. And I think soon we're going to have to start just timing everybody out, which sucks because so listen, if it's disrespectful, we're going to delete it. If it's just fluff, like, oh my God, I'm going to eat a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch later, I can't wait, we're going to delete it. If it's, yeah, I got to take Bobby Cotton, whatever medicine, we're going to delete it. If you say you can drink NyQuil and get drunk, we're going to delete it. So no one's going to see your messages anyway. All you're doing is making us delete your messages. And yeah, misspell words. You can misspell words, but we're probably going to also delete them. I mean, most likely, if you have to misspell the word, it's probably not appropriate for a court chat. I can't imagine how it's appropriate for a court chat. So if you're in court tomorrow, in here you can do almost what you want. Just don't get YouTube on my back. But that is a court chat. So if you're going to be disrespectful, you're going to be timed out. You're going to talk about drugs, alcohol, assault, and battery. You can't say that. You just can't say those things in Judge Fleischer's chat. And we've got some people in there lately who are saying that we are messing with their First Amendment right. Well, now their First Amendment right is gone because we banned them. So if you're in Judge Fleischer's chat, just be nice and respectful. Pretend there's a 5-year-old sitting right beside you, because we are all almost 5. Okay, who are we going to next? He's back. Guess who's back?
Why are you here?
Está aquí hoy.
Oh, me dijeron que tenía corte hoy.
They told me that I had court today.
The issue for me is she said por eso, pero quería explicarles que yo estaba malo. Yo estaba malo.
Never show up.
Y ingerí NyQuil.
Because of that, I wanted to explain that I was.
So you're
feeling
taking
better.
NyQuil as well?
¿Está tomando NyQuil también?
No,
What I
esto
hear-
lo NyQuil lo tomé para dormir, pero tengo esto que era.
The NyQuil I took for going to sleep, but I have this.
Oh, sorry. Pero he sido medicina, no, yo nunca lo he tomado
It's,
en todo ese
it
tiempo.
was medicine. I haven't drank this whole time.
So first you told me you were taking NyQuil. Now you're telling me you're not drinking and you're trying to pull out this other type of medication that tells me this is going to give you a positive result? Which one is it? A, B, C?
B o C.
Did aliens abduct you and force you to consume alcohol?
No, yo siempre
No. It was Mickey Mouse.
no he tomado nada.
I'm just saying it was NyQuil and I haven't drank any.
Simplemente pienso que es NyQuil.
I think that it was a NyQuil.
Lo-
Simply.
Perhaps it was a combination of all of the above.
I haven't.
No he ingerido alcohol.
I haven't drank any alcohol.
Nada de
Nothing.
alcohol.
No alcohol.
Your device tells me differently.
Su aparato me informa de otra manera.
Pero lo he tomado, yo estoy seguro, 100% seguro.
But I haven't drank. I'm 100% sure.
100%.
You just said that you're consuming NyQuil.
Acaba de decir de que consumió NyQuil.
Sí, NyQuil, pero yo no sabía que tenía alcohol.
Yes, NyQuil, but I didn't know it had alcohol.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Estrada. If you want to do a plea, I'm more than happy to do it, but I'm taking him into custody. You know,
Por el momento,
I don't,
Out of every name that makes me the happiest, Mr. Estrada, you're going into custody is just fills me with joy. So every time he says that, I'm going to be filled with joy over here all on my own.
know this is a second. There's usually time to do regardless as a second, you know? I'm gonna give him time as a condition because he's drinking, you know? You're drinking, Mr. Villanueva.
No, señor Villanueva.
I don't believe you.
No le creo.
All you need now is to give me a fourth excuse or a fifth excuse. I don't believe you. All I know is that you're continuing to
I
drink.
don't believe you
I
either.
told you not to drink and I'm taking you in. It goes with you. If you want to work something out, go to it, but there has to be some kind of consequence to drinking, you know? Is he here undocumented as well? I don't get it, man. I don't. Over and over and over, we tell them, don't do it. You know, I admonish over and over and over. I don't know, see what you can do with Michael and then let me know. We'll go from there. Mr. Patrick, ready? Okay. No, I mean, he's sure. And then, I mean, what was the first excuse he said? First he says nothing. Then he says, what
Had
was
to
the
be the
second thing he
80s.
said?
I don't know.
He pulled out this medication, right? And then he said something else. There was a third thing he said. too.
So
No,
wait
I'm
off on
taking
the
you-
court directive or?
Oh, yeah, wait on the court directive, because it
Okay,
looks
well,
like they're gonna do a
let the
plea.
deputies know,
But
please.
great.
Sorry, I got so excited I
So what do we
forgot
do
my
now?
job.
Do we do that release instructions sheet? Remember the sheet that,
Is that Lori?
but
No.
we processed the PR bond today for release for tomorrow. What kind of case is it again?
It's a harassment?
A misdemeanor?
No, felony, harassment and also a,
They're reducing it to a first, it's 15 days in jail, credit for the, you say 8? for the 3 days that you've done. You need to understand even that they're reducing this to a first, that now makes 2 DWIs on your record. What happens on a third? Right. 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. And I'm going to tell you now, anytime you get pulled over, it doesn't matter how small of a smell you have, the slightest alcohol, they're going to see your record. They're just going to put you right back in jail. And if you thought this was expensive, wait till you hit felony. Then it gets really expensive. You understand?
Yes, I do, sir.
I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get into a car because it's going to cost you a lot of your life. You understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. You give up the right to a trial, right to
Not
compel
fourth
witnesses to
cousins.
testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. You will be stuck with this for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do, sir?
Discussing it with my attorney, and this seems like the best path forward. Drinking is truly unnecessary, and I've done a
You
lot
know,
of.
we don't care if you drink, right? If you want to have 32 beers, 52 shots tequila, great. Just don't get into a car.
Yes.
You
I've
know
been
that
waiting for someone
every
to say
single
that to
day
me.
here for the last
Be
week,
right back.
I have at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 people in here, DWIs, and they have alcohol while they're freaking drinking. It's nuts, nuts. I mean, just one button, give a car waiting today. Anywhere you want to go in this dam, it's $20. No matter where you want to go, it's always $20.
I want to go to
How much
Houston.
money have you spent? Could have cost you $20. Now you know.
I found
How do you plead to the
tickets
offense, sir?
for
Guilty or not guilty?
Houston.
Guilty.
Round trip, October 15th for under $200. I would leave Philadelphia at like 6 and get there at like 8 in Houston. And then I could watch court and I could get on a plane at 6 Houston time, I think, and come back. I'm thinking about it. October 15th. I'm thinking about it. I don't know, guys. That would be fun. Be exhausting, but it'd be fun.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 15 days in jail. I will give you credit for the time that you have done. When did he want to turn himself in?
Friday.
We will have you turn in by this Friday, 6 p.m. I am going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license. It's now suspended. You are still on bond in this court, so you're not allowed to consume alcohol. You still must remain under the conditions until you turn yourself in. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you start driving, you start consuming alcohol, this deal's off. Do you understand?
Understood.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
And just reach out to probation once you have one that to get the interlock.
Yeah, just come back and then we can give you the removal order.
Thank you.
For sure.
Mr. Hewitt? Okay.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How's jail? Miserable? Hopefully, I hope. All right. Both of you guys are wanted from another state. And Shreya here, your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. You know,
Monica,
the only
you
thing that
should come
concerns
with
me is if we let you out, is our public
Thank
safe?
you.
I don't know.
Oh, I
I know
forgot.
that your guys are gonna tell me you guys are like
Thank you.
little
Thank you.
tulips and rainbows and gumdrops and little bunnies jumping in the woods, right? But how you really look on paper is, you know, who you are. What you tell me goes in this ear, goes out that ear. It's how you look on paper, and what it says on paper is who you really are. So we'll delve into that now and we'll see whether we should give you a bond or not. I don't know. So who do you want to start? Mr. Winston. Who's Mr. Winston? Okay, Mr. Winston, tell me about it.
Wanted out of Orange County, California for robbery, second degree, and grand theft. Yes, and here in Harris County, he has 3 open cases in the 263rd for robbery, bodily injury, AFM impeding, and possession of marijuana.
Wait, so he's wanted for 2 robberies in California? And then you pick up a robbery here, a choking case, a weed case, and you're wanted, I say, wait, you want me to set you a bond?
Them cases already been handled, getting handled. I go to court Thursday, they was been dismissed.
You leave a wake of destruction behind you, Mr. Winston. It's like It's like the Tasmanian devil, man.
All alleged, though. I didn't do any of that thing.
But the problem is, the allegations keep piling up. Think, like one. Do you think I should set you a bond?
It's,
Really? You really think I should? Okay, Mr. Warren.
Warren is wanted out of Bartow County, Georgia for felony failure to appear on 8 different charges.
On 8 charges?
I can list the charges more specifically. Their possession of a Schedule I controlled substance with intent to distribute, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, obstruction of an officer, possession of drug-related object, speeding, distracted driving, failure to maintain. He also has criminal history that we're concerned about. He's been arrested on several different occasions out of Ohio for possession of drug offenses, and then he's also had a fugitive case filed in California as well.
Mr. Warren, you're wanted for 8 different charges out of a different state. I'm sorry, guys. You got way too much baggage and way too much drama for me. I like to sleep at night, have enough trouble as it is. If I let you out, I'm gonna have like nightmares. Sure.
Actually 2 weeks before I got stopped in the traffic stop, I actually called Bartow to actually see if I can get back on the docket. So I've been attempting, I actually have a business. I have a child on the way. I actually Kubasta care this right. This is the commercials. So I'm very passionate about that. So I actually was already eager to get this done. The lawyer here told me that I'll have 14 days to myself, and I will have a warrant with you guys. Definitely want to have a warrant with you guys. I want to get this taken care of.
What I would do is the money that you would pay here to get out, I would save that and use that to go hire a lawyer where you guys are wanted from to fight the charges. That's what you need to do. Instead of spending money to try to get out here, to get over there earlier, use that money to hire a lawyer, because both you guys are wanted for a lot of serious charges. The most important thing that you can have in your life now is a good lawyer. You spend money to get out and then you get yourself a crappy lawyer, what's going to happen? Right? That's what you got to do, man. So yeah, guys, way too much baggage. Sorry, Shreyas. Thanks, Amy.
So that means that
I'm gonna talk to you.
Did you work anything out?
Well, not yet. I emailed Nathan yesterday and he asked the DWI people for an update on what's going on. I explained to her that she has to get it for now, and I'll do everything that I can to work something out. I'm thinking if Nathan agrees to it, then maybe we can swap her. The only thing that I don't
swap what?
Not swap her, like swap the cost, like.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
The only thing that I don't know, and I'll have to talk to her and see if we can brainstorm something, is that I know that the companies want a 6 months lease. I have to see if she can do it.
Really?
Yeah.
You sign a lease for 6 months?
Most interlock devices require a 6 months, and then they'll either.
Never heard of that before.
I have all the time, but I'll tell her to, yes.
On a scram too?
Yes, but I'll tell her to ask.
No, I can't.
I don't know if it's something that's done normally, but then it could be on a month to month. I'll have her ask when she goes to get it done. And then hopefully she can put herself on a 1 month, and I'll try to work it out with Nathan.
As a condition of your bond now, you have to get a scram device. Okay, we're giving you 3 days to get it on. You have to have it on. Okay. There are different providers that you can work. What I would do is just call until you find one that's willing to work with you. I've never heard of them making you sign a 6 month lease, because how do you know you're going to get it for 6 months? You're going to keep it. I've never heard of that, really.
Well, I'll talk to her to see if she can work something out with that. But my next question is, since pretrial said that they will not supervise that, how does she get the device? Because normally pretrial would set up in the system. She would go to 49 San Jacinto and get it installed either there, or they would set her up with somewhere to go.
It would be the same, you know, how when you enter into the PTI, they give you the document. No. So the PTI people, they give you in the contract,
Mhm.
the doc.
How far away is George Bush Intercontinental Airport from Judge Fleischer's courtroom? Anybody have any idea?
Document to get an interlock.
Right.
Right, I would presume it's the same thing, but instead of an interlock, it would be a scram device, you know? So, because what we were talking is that, and with Pavel, is they were gonna have to amend the contract, put in the 3 days as a condition, and then the scram as well as part of the amended agreement, you know?
Okay, then I'll just send that to her and have her start calling her. I know Smart Start does them.
Hey, Mr. Haddad, so is she on the docket today or no?
Yes, she is.
This is Ramirez.
She's the one from yesterday, yeah.
So what we were talking about with Pavel before is we were going to amend the agreement because she had violations. That we were gonna do 3 days as a condition and then also the scram for the remainder of the period of what she had left. The issue is the device and the cost of the device. I'm willing to pay for it, but the problem is that while she's in the diversion program, I can't pay for it. The only time I can do it is that if she was on bond. So she was gonna reach out to Nathan to see, hey, can we do like an informal one where we essentially, I and Shatori, the supervisor, and we keep her on bond, that way we can pay for it. But so she's still theoretically in it, but we're supervising. The problem is getting it on. So, you know how when you send out the contract, you also send a piece of paper saying, okay, here's the interlock paperwork for you to go get the interlock. We need that, but for a scram.
But for that, we need the amended contract.
Right. So hence I guess we have to reach out to, is it Barbara or is it?
It's Brenda.
Brenda.
I can give her a list of providers.
But we still need a document for her to take to get it on, right? For an order or something?
But if she has the interlock order, they should still allow her to obtain the device. And we'll switch it later.
Yes, well,
Hey.
I'll beat him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Andrea.
Nathan responds right away.
Yeah.
What? Say it again.
I was saying if she already has the interlock order in the system, they should still allow her to get the scram device. And then
Okay.
once the contract has been amended and signed.
Okay, but then do I send her the list that we normally give them for the in-car device or the portable?
I'll give her a list for the scram device.
Okay, okay.
And just, there's a ton of different places. Just keep calling around to find out the person that's gonna work with you the most, you know? I can't pay for it now, but I'm willing to do it when you guys, when we, you know, work out the kinks. And I mean, I'm willing to pay for that anytime.
And Judge, I explained to her that I'm trying to, we are all trying to come up with a solution, but there's a possibility that we won't be able to work it out. And if that happens, then she'll be responsible for the cost of the scram device for 6 months.
Yeah,
I
mean,
explained that
can't-
to her.
I will, we have to figure out how to do it. Because while you're on this diversion program, I can't pay for it. I can only pay for it when you're on bond, when you have an open case, so to speak, and when we're monitoring you with an open case. So we'll try, but I mean, I can't make any promises.
And do we reset her for 2 or 3 weeks, or is she in the program and we're back at the, like, reset for 6 months? How do you want us to do this?
So what left do we have to do? What does she have
Amend
left
the
to do?
contract.
IOP, SOP because of the violations and then just.
Okay, so what we'll do now is we do small increment resets in between IOP, in between SOP to make sure that she's in compliance. So which one gets done first? SOP, IOP. So we start first. So we'll reset her about 2 to 3 weeks. You must be back here in 2 to 3 weeks with proof that you've enrolled in the IOP program and that you have the actual device with you as well. Assuming you have both of those, then we'll set you off there like another 30 days to make sure you complete the IOP program. If you complete it, then at that point, we'll wait for you to enter into the SOV, which is, one is intensive and then one is supportive, right? And then you enter into the supportive and then we'll reset you until after the supportive. And then when you're done with that, then they dismiss the case.
Judge, I'm just throwing this out there. Would you consider maybe not amend the contract, have her do the scrim, and if she does good once she completes the IOP, would you consider doing away? And this is assuming that we don't figure out a way. If we figure out a way for the county to pay for it, then she should stay with it. But assuming we don't figure out a way and she has to pay for all of that, would you be open to the possibility of no violations on her portable, which she would, on her in-car, which she will still have, and completing IOP once she's enrolled in SOP? Would you be willing to consider removing the scram device?
She has to have a monitor.
But she would have the in-car device.
But that's not enough, because the only time we know that the blow is that when she's gonna use the device.
You can put her on a schedule. You can put her on a blow schedule.
I mean, she only blows every, 5 to 6 hours? So she could theoretically, if she blows at 12, she stops, or she's done with the blow, passes, then she goes out, has a beer, right?
So
And then we wouldn't know, because the next time she blows is 5 to 6 hours later, we'll never know.
Not necessarily, because the way that the blow schedule works is, yes, she has the window, but she doesn't know when she has to blow in the window. So it could be that she has to blow in the beginning of the window, or it could be that she has to blow the last 15 minutes of her window. So she doesn't know, correct me if I'm saying something wrong. She doesn't know when in the window she blows. You're right in the sense that there
The
is
only
a
time
gap.
I would do it that way is we craft a blow schedule where I know that she's incapable of circumventing, meaning that there's at no time will she be able to even have half of a beer, and then she could get her skirting around where it blows a negative, meaning she has a really intense.
You have never spoken too much. You always don't speak enough. Always. You should always be talking. If you're not typing, then you're hurting all of us in chat.
Blow schedule, like every 2 hours or so.
Can we do
something like that?
I can see what company she has and look into it. 'Cause
Okay.
all of them were kind of different.
Right.
In Toxo.
So
if that's the
I would
case-
do a very intense blow schedule.
Right.
So I know that she can't fool us.
Right. Okay. Well, at least we keep that as an option.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put her in a situation where she wants to complete the program, but financially she's unable to. At least we have some plan B possibilities to work with.
Look, no one wants to see you fail, but I want to make sure you're not drinking, because you were drinking like a fish before, and it's not good. And it's not what the spirit of this program was intended for, you know? So actions have consequences, and you see it now, and it's going to cost you a whole hell of a lot more. But I mean, we want you to complete it. We want you to be successful, right? It's just gonna be a lot more difficult. But I'm with you, Andrea, and I don't ever want someone to fail because of monetary reasons, right? If you fail, it's because you continue to drink, not because of us. So I'm always willing to do a work. Yeah.
I'll stay in touch with Nathan, see what we can come up with there, and then we'll reassess.
Sure. So for now, let's set off 2 to 3 weeks for you to get the scram device and for you to enroll into IOP. We'll bring you back in 2 to 3 weeks, make sure that you completed all that. Then we'll set you off for a month for you to complete the intensive outpatient. Okay.
Oh, you just said dictionary and I forgot I had a subsit for today. Damn it. I had a subsit for today talking about the dictionaries that we use. I have to find it. I'll get it for tomorrow, guys. I'll get it for tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Your excuse?
Thanks. Thanks for being patient. Of course. And how are you? Good morning.
Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah. You know, it's so morbid around here that I like to be a little festive. every once in a while, you know, the only way is with lively suits.
I spent a month living in this island last summer.
Wow. That's
Back to the building was difficult.
And Victoria.
Did you see the big turtles that are like, wow. Did you take a tour? Were you on a boat?
National Geographic tour and kind of hopped from island to island.
How'd you do that?
Sorry?
How'd you do it?
Well, you mean going from island to island?
Yeah, like how did, well, you
How
kind
to
of.
set it up? Well, we just went online and it turns out they do these little expeditions that you can sign up for 10 days or.
I was telling my family that I want to do the Galapagos Islands because I think it'd be just such a great trip, you know? And
It was worth it until went snorkeling and saw a school of hammerhead sharks. But as skinny as I am, they were not interested. So it was fun.
It's
So
terrifying to swim.
we did that tour and then ended up staying just a little bit longer.
That's fantastic.
Coming back here. I've got the Russell case on the docket, Judge, and it's on your jail docket.
Okay.
Mr. Russell's been in continuous custody since June. There's a couple of, I guess, housekeeping matters to do. He's been in continuous custody since June on a felony charge of assault of a pregnant person. We had originally approached on that and kept his bond, I guess not revoking it. But he's been unable to make the bond in a felony case.
Okay, now to get credit?
Well, that's one thing we'd like you to do. He's also, it looks like they filed a new felony charge out of that same transaction, which is assault impeding breath. So now he's got 2 felony charges pending. I think our case is getting old.
How can they do, how do they file a second case with the same facts?
I believe it's because the victim was allegedly not pregnant. That's all that it says on the notes. I'm not a felony.
Okay, so they're gonna dismiss the assault of a pregnant person then and just keep the regular, because it's not an impeding breath. It looks like it's just a second family assault, what they're filing.
Is that what okay, maybe I misread.
So are they going to, once it gets indicted, at that point, they'll dismiss the assault of a pregnant person? Regardless, what do you want?
Well, we'll probably have to set our case for trial. And, but I would like him to get jail time credit wise.
Absolutely. Well, and look, if you can find out when the hold was placed, we'll give you credit from that time. So,
I think it was June.
we need to find out when he was in custody.
For the felony?
For our case,
He was never on our case. He's not booked. You never bond revoked him.
I know I never bond revoked him, but I'm gonna give him credit because he's been sitting in jail for a long time.
Well, you can get the felony case to see how many days he
Yeah.
was booked in.
I just want to make sure that he was in jail at that time for us as well.
I mean, if he was invested in felony, he was.
Yeah, okay. We'll give you the credit.
Okay, and so as far as the
But if you
trial-
want to revoke it now, we'll revoke it now so you can technically get
Yes.
credit. as
Yeah,
well.
we'll do that.
Revoke it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Never revoked, okay.
I'm
How
just
much
asking.
was it?
Just 101, I guess. How old is the case? Oh, it's 258.
That's right. So we're gonna get a trial date.
Okay. Yeah.
For today, but set it sometime,
Sure.
If y'all have something later.
Whatever day you want. We're going November-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, for whatever Tuesday.
Should I talk to your court reporter? Is that the way to go?
No, yeah, but she's not here today, so just with Vic,
Okay.
whatever you want.
All right. Thank you both.
Sure.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
So they.
Yes, of course.
Write it on your docket.
Yes, ma'am.
100 or 1,001? No, you're gonna leave it at 100, right? Because it's 100.
Okay, yeah, I guess do 1,001.
Russell.
Bottom of page 36. Russell.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Hey, Derek.
Paul Berg.
I've been reaching out, I've been trying to reach out, and all I get are voicemails, and I can't get a hold of anyone. So I'm gonna have, like what she was saying, I'm gonna have to subpoena someone.
Trying to find tickets
How
to go
long
to
can I
Houston.
subpoena them for tomorrow?
It looks like I need a master's degree in something to be able to figure these freaking websites out. All I want to do is get on a plane and go to Houston and then get on a plane and come back. And I feel like people do this every day, so this should be easier. Like I should not be struggling right now. And I'm struggling right now. It looks like if I spend the night, it's way cheaper, but then it's money for the hotel, so it's not cheaper. So I really just want to go and get there around 8 a.m. and leave around, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, or 6 p.m. But you can't just say that to Google. It's just frustrating me. You know what? I had a shitty day at work. I'm literally at a table talking to some customers. And the woman with the glasses, and that's all I'm going to call her in this chat because that's acceptable, kept tapping me in my damn back. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And it's not like I left her alone. It's not like I didn't serve her and she was sitting there waiting for me. No, 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 no. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. So I had to stop talking to these people, turn around and say, I'll be with you later. And then I got eight plates and 4 cups in this arm, and I got like 3 cups in this arm, and I'm walking back, and there she goes, tapping me in my back. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Oh my God, I lost it. I almost just dropped everything, and I was like, yes, what can I do for you right now? Because I'm not doing anything else right now because we were really, really, really busy. She was at a table of 14. There were 14 people at her table. And I mean, I was there constantly back and forth to that table because there's 14 people that all their drinks empty at different times. You know, you can't just go to that table, do what you have to do, and then go to other tables. No, no, it's you go to their table and then you go back, and then then someone orders a drink. So you go get the drink. Then when you come back, someone else will say, "Oh, I should have told you." So I go around. I'm like, "Can I get you anything? You anything? You anything? You anything?" No, 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 no. And then, "Oh, I should have told you. I should have told you." So finally, I have to leave them alone. I have to get all of my other tables. I have like, I don't know, my whole section has like 20 some tables in it. And they're all, 6 tops. This party of 14 was at a 10 top. So it was just packed and crowded. And she put me over my limit. Nobody ever puts me over my limit. I never, ever get frustrated at work. Um, I have a blast. The more people at the table, the happier I am. But this lady, she had me. So maybe I shouldn't be looking for plane tickets right now because, I'm just going to get frustrated. I just really wanted to talk to her after she went outside. Just wanted to have a word with her. The lady with the glasses. That's what we'll call her. Okay, we need to find a court case. We need to find somebody that goes with the tall guy.
That's unknown.
What else are you showing?
That would be awesome.
Battery cruelty to children, ag assault, driving with license suspended, and then another battery.
Mr. McCollum?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How's jail?
She
Good.
asked for a manager.
You're not
and I
supposed to
have
like
words
it.
with her.
It's not supposed to be fun.
That's what's good about local restaurants. You can ask for a manager all you want. Go for it. Go ahead. You want me to get Dean out of the back? I'll bring Dean out. Go ahead. Try to talk to Dean. I just can't imagine what that'd be like. She would say to him, "Oh, this server's being rude." And he'd be like, "I work with her every day. I know. You chose to come in here. You can go."
It's there so that you learn. What I have here is that you are, with us, you have been charged with failure to identify oneself while being a fugitive from justice. So you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You also have a felony unlawful carrying of a weapon in a prohibited place. On that case, you're being held at no bond. My question though is, do you also have open cases out of state as well?
I think I have an open case in Georgia and Atlanta, but I'm not sure if it's open.
Do you have lawyers on those cases?
Yep, he's out.
So Hunter here is asking me to give you.
Well, Judge, I didn't realize there was out of state. I just thought there was out of county. I would just ask for a $500 bond.
I'm willing to go lower on your bond, but if you have open cases at a county or
Lord,
out of
I
state,
dance
then
all
I'm
night.
not going to give you a PR bond.
I always
I
dance.
have an out of county in Fort Bend, but when I first got here, they gave me a $1,000 bond, and they said I could pay $300 to get for that Fort Bend case.
So let's do probable cause because I don't know what's going on in your cases. Okay, real quick, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay,
If you're on the fail to
Why?
identify.
Because the boss would tell him to
On
leave?
September 21st,
No, bosses are
2024,
supposed to protect
on
employees.
1037
That's
Richmond
what they're
Avenue in
supposed to
Harris
do.
County, Texas, officers were dispatched to suspicious vehicle call. Officers arrived on scene and first observed a gray 2024 Nissan Sentra that struck a gas line pole. Officers observed the defendant asleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle while the vehicle was still on and running. Defendant was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Officers approached the defendant's vehicle and turned off the car and woke up the defendant. When coming into contact with the defendant, officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic breath on his person. Officers then detained the defendant for further investigation. While speaking with the defendant, officers asked for his personal information, which defendant declined to provide. Defendant declined to give his name or date of birth after
Your
many
hair was
attempts of
on point.
asking. While conducting an inventory of the vehicle, officers observed a loaded rifle magazine on the front right passenger floorboard. Officers also observed an upholstered loaded handgun tucked under the middle of the back seat. While running the found weapon through MDT, officers observed that it was listed as stolen. Officers tried to ID the defendant through AFIS after about an hour and a half. Defendant then provided officers with his name and date of birth. Officers discovered that the defendant had warrants and out on bond for felony unlawful carry a weapon out of Harris County and for an accident involving vehicle in Fort Bend County.
Okay. All right, so Mr. McCollum, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward on your case now. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to talk about the case.
Yes, sir.
Right, you will get the opportunity to fight your case. Just
Candy
now
is
it's
a
not that
good
time.
one.
Right now, we're just talking about your bonding issues. Should we give you a PR bond? How much we should make your bond? And
Yes, sir.
if you do get out, I am ordering you to obtain a GPS monitor.
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to know that. I mean, you picking up cases like hopscotching with the states, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, Mississippi, Wyoming, Montana.
Yes, sir.
At some point, it's gonna catch up to you, and it's not gonna go well. Got to settle down, man. So for right now, also, it seems you're being held at no bond on that case. So, and there's really nothing we can do at this point. I think 500 is a little bit too low, considering all this criminal history. I'm willing to go down, but I mean, I think 500 is a little bit too low.
Consider 1,000.
I'll cut it in half, 2,500.
Thank you, Judge.
Do we know whether they're gonna issue holds or anything on the fugitive cases? You know, the other thing is this, is that we probably should reach out to Mr. Kim to see whether the other states have been notified that we have him as well. You know, because that might be an issue as well. The idea is that you take care of this so that you take care of everything. That way you can move on with your life. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Have any questions?
Sir.
Okay. For now, we'll just, put him back and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's fine, Judge.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna reset him to Monday because his other case is set to 26th.
Yeah, your felony case is set for Thursday, so we'll set it for Monday. That way we can determine what happened in your felony case and we'll go from there. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Yes, come. Yeah. Rock. Rock.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Hey, bud.
Hey, how are you today?
What's new, man?
Nothing much, just living the dream one day at a time. I got Jairo Villegas on your docket this morning.
You just want to reset? It's not too old.
They gave me an offer, PTI offer, 30 days.
Okay.
And I emailed them back a response, but I didn't get a response to that email yet. So I guess if we can get a reset.
Yeah, okay, we have a new chief, Brock.
Oh, okay.
So here,
I think
let
I
me
saw
give you,
Michael
is
up
it
there this morning.
last name first?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna chat you the email now, okay?
No problem. And I'll forward him the email that I sent. But if the court's okay with giving me a reset, Your Honor, we probably can work this out and have everything done prior to the next setting.
Of course. Yeah, give me a second, we'll get you a date.
Sounds great, Your Honor.
So you want to accept it, or are you offering, or you wanted to do a counter to the PTI?
I did a small counter, Your Honor. They were asking for
Okay.
2 classes, and I was just asking for 1 class in community service or vice versa.
For sure. Shreya,
Hi, Judge. I've got an off-docket motion to restore. Do you want me to approach now or later?
yeah, are they in agreement?
I mean, I presented it to him. He just sure approach. It's done, so I don't think they'll.
Do you have proof of purchase?
Yes, so I've got everything.
Okay.
I have the lady here, Miss, is it Aaliyah or Alia? Aaliyah. Miss Aaliyah's here. I've got her ID. I've got her person. I've got her receipts. I've got the motion to restore. The motion to restore is right there.
I just want to make sure that they're unopposed. If they're unopposed, I'll grant it for you.
Are you unopposed on this one?
Yes, state's unopposed.
Okay.
Okay, I'll grant it for you.
Okay, and then it's a paper one because I had to cross out the police department to write.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso ahorita. Permission right now.
This is your 5th case,
So,
Mr. Mr. Villanueva. And I've
saw that, lady.
repeatedly told you
realmente le he dicho,
the consequence of you violating condition. And that consequence is that if you go to jail for any kind of extended period of time, you will get an immigration hold. I've repeatedly told you
Don't
this
leave us.
over and over.
otra y otra vez.
You know the consequence,
Sabía la consecuencia.
yet you have bond violations. What am I supposed to do now, Mr. Villanueva?
Oh my God, we have a name, Megan. Try to remember that, folks, like Megan Fox. Try to remember it's Megan.
What?
Correcto. The right thing.
What is the right thing?
Es lo correcto. I don't know.
Can you read me the facts of the DWI, please?
¿Me puede leer los hechos del
Wait,
caso de
wait,
manejo
wait,
de
wait.
trespass?
The DWI second.
Segundo, no.
On April 5th, 2024, officers arrived on scene and were advised that the defendant had crashed into the CW's vehicle and fled the scene. Defendant was chased down by witnesses and cornered. Officers detained defendant. Officers spoke with witnesses who stated that he was driving traffic was bumper to bumper, and the defendant rear-ended the CW's vehicle, which then rear-ended his vehicle, which caused another accident in front of witnesses' car. And once they pulled over, CW got angry at defendant, and defendant became aggressive and struck CW with an open fist. At the
El
scene.
acusado luego excluyó de la
Damage to
escena
CW's vehicle
daños
was
al vehículo
5,000.
que
Officers met with the defendant and noticed glossy eyes. Officers conducted acid seized. He had a 6 out of 6 on the HBN, 4 out of 8 on the walking turn, 4 out of 4 on the one leg stand. He consented to the breath test and he had a 0.147 and a 0.153.
Sir Villanueva, my only concern is the safety of my public. I want my streets safe. The only thing I ask for you are 2 things. Don't drive and don't consume alcohol.
We need more
And
people
you're
from
still
Australia in
consuming
here.
alcohol. So that either tells me that you just don't care about our court orders or that you truly have a problem. And I told you that if you cannot control yourself, if you cannot battle these demons, I'm going to do it for you. So the only recourse I have to show you that I'm serious is locking you up. So we have a decision now that we need to make. Your cases are old. Your case is now nearly 180 days and it's time to make a decision. What have you offered, Mr. Villanueva?
On the DWI second, 180 days, Harris County Jail, probated for 18 months.
I'm
Okay,
pretty
is that the only
traumatized
offer that you
already
have?
about Friday.
Yes, that's the only offer.
Okay, we need to know what you want to do. They have offered you probation in this case. If you want to do that, I'm okay with that,
Desperately so.
but you will have to do time
Desperately.
as a condition.
Many, many, many,
I
many
mean,
more.
I just, you know, he's out there, he's gets flees from an accident and they beats the person up, you know? I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Estrada. I need you to let me know what you want to do, Mr. Villanueva. I'm going to have you speak with your lawyer, but, you know, I don't know why I feel bad for you. I do, but I don't know why I do. I don't know, why am I supposed to have empathy in this case? 3 days. Unless you can work something else out, but there has to be a little time. I mean, you know, if you want to do 2 days, then fine, we can do 2 days. And then if he wants to do a probation, I'm okay with it. But I'm going to tell you now that if he consumes alcohol again, I'm going to put him into an inpatient facility. And I want you to let him know. Okay. Mr. Newley. Hey, bud. Okay, I'm ready when you are. He's going in. I'm not letting him in.
What about just a few lifeguards?
Samuel Gonzalez.
All of them at 5,001. Mr. Newley, who do we have here?
Samuel Gonzalez. Samuel Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Is he on docket today?
Excuse me, Judge?
Is he on docket today?
Yes, no, off docket.
Do you have the
We've done the
cost?
paperwork and everything. We've signed.
Do you have a cost
No, I
number?
don't have any. Do you have, Mr. Newley, do you have the cost number handy?
Yes, Judge, 25
Like car.
01922.
Car.
Okay, there it is. All right. So, Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing, you're in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What have you guys worked out? What would you like to do?
He's getting a deferred.
Okay.
Want him to do a BIP class as 18 weeks BIP class. When he completes it, then he can come for early termination. That's our recommendation.
I have this attorney in another court. Oh,
The CW is a younger sister, I think.
Second. All right. So I got here. So the BIP you want?
18 weeks.
The actual 18-week class.
Yes, that's why we're giving him the
So,
12 months.
Mr. Gonzalez, what you're doing now is you're entering into what's called a deferred adjudication. This is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you cannot tell people it was dismissed. It was not dismissed. You did a probation and completed it successfully. For you to complete it successfully, you must complete a batter's intervention prevention program. That is a class that you must attend for once a week for 18 weeks. If you successfully complete it, then they'll discharge you from this and I'll make you a deal. If you get this done quick, I'll take you off quick. I'll take you off in at least half the time. So you can be done with this thing in 6 months. All we ask you to do, no drugs, no alcohol. Great.
My job requires it.
Great. Get your BIP class done and then no harmful, offensive or abusive contact with the complaining witness. As long as you can abide by this, you'll be doing great. And I'll take you off, half the time. If you fail to complete this, though, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. You authorize me to put you in jail for an entire year if I have to revoke your probation. That's a lot of time that you can be spending in custody. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do?
I have a choice, so yeah.
Oh, there's always a choice. You could go to trial.
I will lose it. I will lose it.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what evidence is out there. You know what's out there. I don't. But so you do have choices. The other choice is trial.
Program that I was offered by my lawyer.
Okay. And if you're good, after a time, you can even perhaps seal this so that the general public can't see it. But for that, you got to complete this and some time has to pass. All right?
How much time?
I don't know. You have to talk to your lawyer.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I don't know everything.
Regarding my job, I just want to make sure that it looks clean.
Just get it done.
Okay.
We'll take you off quick.
What?
Just be nice. That's all we want. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charge ready to jump to court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck until you complete it successfully or until you get revoked. All we want you to do is get this program done. And if you can get this program done, I'll take you off after you're done with the program.
Okay.
Just make sure that you're clean. That's all we want. Okay?
Yeah.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for 18 months. You already know what's required from you. Do you have any kids?
No, not yet. One's on the way.
Wonderful. That's going to be a very stressful event. Be ready.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, kids are so damn difficult, especially in the middle of the night when they want food. They're crying. You have no freaking idea why they're crying. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
So be
I've already
careful.
experienced that with my sisters, so I kind of have an idea.
Just have patience because your wife is going to be, or your girlfriend, or whoever it is, it's going to be hormonal. Their feet are going to swell. Their back's going to hurt. So be there to help them out because if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. All right. Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
All right.
So on Damian Hernandez Jones, he's apparently a frequent flyer. I need to address the bond situation.
Back in custody?
He's back.
Jones.
Flyers.
Page 30 and 31, one of the boxes.
Okay, tell me.
There's not really an argument beyond not wasting the taxpayers' dollars as far as housing him. That's really the only other argument. He's currently on bond, picked up a new theft, the PC. I don't want to waste the state's time. The people that are waiting, there's no need to, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, I can't give him a PR bond.
I understand, Judge. Also here on.
The good thing for you, or for him, I guess I should say, is that there's no real complaining witness unless it's a theft from a person. Is it a Walmart theft? What is it?
It's I believe a convenience store, same type of MO. No, Walgreens, I apologize, Walgreens.
Okay, so whatever you want, I'm happy to do. If you guys want to do it today, if you want to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm happy to do whatever you want to do.
I just want to do my due diligence, look
For sure.
pretty straightforward. Just look at the video and.
I'm at your mercy. Whatever you want, I'm happy to do.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure.
Judge, may I approach on something off topic?
Great.
No, hold on, permit.
Sure.
Just let me help people who are on docket first. Okay, come on, Laura.
Ms. Cooper, Janice Cooper.
It's Cooper, you know.
Good morning, Ms. Cooper. There we go. I want to know that you understand what's going on with us today. Why are you here, Ms. Cooper? Okay. Oh, she picked up a felony? What?
Deferred, I think.
Okay. You were charged here with criminal trespass. You guys have worked out an agreement. 3 days in jail, credit for the 6 days that you've done. Is this what you want to do, ma'am? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You are pleading guilty to this. It will go on your record. From now, you're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail. You understand?
The next time you come back, you're looking at a minimum of 30. Today, you're getting time served.
Today, you're getting time served. You'll be walking out of here today, but don't go back to the same place. Otherwise, you're going to get another trespass.
I used to live there.
Don't go back.
That was my house. I
You
got
were in a
confused.
car this time.
I got confused. I actually owned that property at that years ago, and I was confused. I thought I was going home.
Man, life's hard.
It's true, though. You come down there. I actually owned it.
Okay. Do you want to do this deal with us today? Are you guilty of this trespass? I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement. You give up a lot of rights. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses. You give up the right to appeal, ma'am. Once you plead guilty, you cannot change this. Do you understand? If you're not a citizen, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization, ma'am. How do you plead to the offense?
If the amount of butter is right, I can destroy some cauliflower, all right? Oh, boy.
I will find you guilty. Best of luck to you upstairs, ma'am.
Fozzie, just keep any comment you're about to say about cauliflower to yourself.
No, I think he's not, he's not bonding out, is he? No. Yeah. Okay, hold on. You guys got stuff on docket, right?
Mine's just in the queue.
I'll sign it.
The amended, which you said.
Okay, I'll sign it.
Same case. Okay.
Lot, you got some on docket? Okay, let's do your plea. Herman, I got you next.
Just potatoes.
Oh, so we worked it out. This is Mr. Cummings.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, good morning, Mr. Cummings. We're back. Okay, so we're doing straight probation this time, right? Okay, so Mr. Cummings, you know what's going on today, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a big difference. So today you're pleading guilty to the offense. With this one, though, it will reflect as a conviction on your record. It will go on your record. However, I will not suspend your license. You are doing a probation. As part of the probation, you will have to do a DWI education class, a victim impact panel. You will also have to do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions like outpatient treatment, you must fulfill those conditions as well.
Yesterday.
No drugs, no alcohol. You must have a guardian interlock and 20 hours of community service.
Guardian interlock, he is a .3, and I'm wondering why he needs guardian interlock.
Because the law tells us that we have to on a second. Not only does he have to have an, I mean on a first. It says that we have to, and he also has to do a treatment program on top of it as well. But that's, we're doing it through probation because now, I mean, it's crazy what they've done with the law as far as interlocks are concerned. If you are in a car at work, you cannot drive a car that doesn't have an interlock on it. I need you to know this. Well, yeah, if you sell cars, that's okay. But as part of this agreement, if you're going to drive a car, you have to have an interlock.
Is there a possibility that he can do to blow and go what he does 3 times, just 3 times doing it? I'm just doing it as opposed to the guardian.
Excuse me, Judge. I think there's something in the code, if he's a commercial driver, or if he's a.
He's not a commercial. He doesn't have a CDL.
As long as the employer knows about the conditions, allows him to drive. That sometimes there is something in the statute that allows that, but he's not driving his own vehicle.
While you're on probation, you have to have an interlock on the car. If you're gonna drive a car, I want to make sure that you're not driving a car with alcohol on board. You understand, sir?
It's gonna be hard, yeah.
You know, you have a felony out of this that they're dismissing. This is a great deal for you nevertheless. I mean, I don't know.
Say one thing real quick.
Sure.
So if I have a customer come in that want to see,
Define we talked about it. Can you define the we part of that? Is it, are you speaking French? Or I think it was one person speaking. What do we call one person? Not a we.
see the vehicle in the back, I need to pull it up so they can test drive the vehicle and things like that.
They have other people that can pull the cars up.
I don't. We don't have a porter, anything like that.
Should you work at?
The Montron Buick GMC.
You tell me DeMonton doesn't have the little porters
Yes,
that
sir.
pull up the
Yes, sir.
cars?
Yes, sir. We do that as ourselves.
About this DWI?
My
You slow,
GM,
old man. You slow.
Sure.
I'm positive. I could call him right now.
If anything, I'm gonna do a scram, so I know that he's not alcohol at all. So I'd rather him have, instead of having to carry a portable device everywhere, because then everybody's gonna be looking at him blowing the whole time, you know? In your personal vehicle, I want you to have an interlock, okay? If you're at work during the day, pulling cars, I'm okay with it, but I'm gonna put an ankle monitor so I know that you don't have alcohol on board at all times. And if I find that you're consuming alcohol from any source, I'm gonna lock you up. I want you to know that now. I will let you, as long as you have this device on your ankle, so I know that you're not consuming, I'll let you pull the cars on the lot without it, okay? But in your personal vehicle, I want you to have an interlock on. Do you understand? So Lot, I'm okay with him at work and at work only. If you are driving a car off hours, not at work, that doesn't have an interlock on it, I'm gonna put you in jail. I want you to know that. The only time I'm giving you the authority to do this is at work while you're on the car lot. Do you understand? Okay, I want you to know that I'm absolutely serious.
So do ankle monitor just go on while I'm at work?
It stays on you at all times. That way I know that you're not consuming alcohol. Because what Shatori was suggesting is that you have a portable device that you take with you everywhere you go. Then you're gonna have to take this device with you everywhere you go, and you're gonna have to blow on it throughout several times during the day, right? So if you're with a customer or with a potential client and it tells you to blow, you're gonna have to blow right then and there while you're in the middle of a drive. They're gonna see it and you're gonna blow. Whereas suppose now the thing goes on your ankle and you can hide it with pants. That's what I was suggesting. If you want a portable device, then you can do that one too, whatever you want. But I want to know during the day that you're not out having martini lunches, because theoretically, the only time that you're ever going to do this is when you're driving the car at home. And if you're never driving the car, we'll never know whether you're not consuming. And if you're going to be driving a car, I want to know that you don't have alcohol on board.
Now, the blowing for y'all is up 3 times a day? Or
I don't know. It's more.
I thought it was 3 times a day.
So there's different blow times. It kind of depends on what your provider gets, but the standard ones are 5 to 8, 10 to 12, and then 5 to 8.
Hey, it's up to you.
Like that better than I come on.
Okay, so let's do that with the schedule so that we know he's not in the middle of the day. So, but I'm serious. The only time is on the actual lot when you're pulling cars. Understand? Okay. So as part of this agreement also, it is going to be, the felony will be dismissed, right?
That's correct.
Okay. I've already warned you that it's not going to happen again. So if you run from the cops in an automobile again, you're more than likely to end up with a felony conviction. I'm going to tell you, when you end up with a felony convictions, so many doors close, it's ridiculous. It's not a wise move.
And he's been working there for 30 years, so that's why we were really concerned about it.
That's okay. All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Sorry.
Understand that this DWI will go on your record, like I've said. If you ever get pulled over in the future, even the most insignificant smell of alcohol on your breath, they're going to charge you with a second offense. I would never, even if you've had half of a beer at lunch, I wouldn't even get in the car. It's a humongous chance you're taking. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. As part of the motion, your felony case will be dismissed on motion of the state. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're going to help you out by reducing the fines and fees for you because the interlock is, it's going to be expensive. So we'll help you out with the fines and
They're
fees. We'll
really
reduce them to the
expensive,
minimum.
guys, really.
But I'm going to tell you now, if I find that you're consuming alcohol, I'm going to put you in a rehab. So just don't. Okay, good luck, guys. Thanks.
Excuse.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, we did it. We made it to the end of the stream. What is today? It is now Wednesday. Halfway through for you guys. Halfway through. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I have off work tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to do something or if I'm just going to sleep. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do something tomorrow. But soon we'll see Melissa and Victoria again. 3 more hours maybe-ish, give or take. Oh my gosh, Lena says off. I bet she's still working out though. I bet she's still working, but just not for pay. Because people who work out tend to work out like every day. I don't even drink every day, and I'm dedicated. But people who work out are really, really dedicated. Oh yeah, Sean, you just got in here in time. You said cheers, right? So where are you from, Sean? I should guess. London. London. Are you from London, Sean? That would be freaky. I know he's not, but hurry up, guys, and guess before Sean answers. Hey, Carrie, yes. I wasn't even close. Like I threw the dart drunk and with my eyes closed, and it went way, way, way to the right or left, depending. So that's why you said cheers. You know, that's really it's like you were trying to mislead everybody in chat. That's pretty sus. You want, you want me to make all the Australians mad real quick? Melissa, tell Megan I said hi. London, Washington. Yes, yes. Man, guys, when I start talking, 30 people just left. It's hilarious. I can watch the shelf just go whoop. Megan, isn't she pretty? I'm always going to call her Megan. I'm never, ever, ever going to call her something else. I don't know where you're from, Fozzie, but I can tell you where you're going if you don't change your ways. Um, you mean originally born? I'm going with Texas all the way. Fozzie, were you originally born in Texas? Yeah, and people can leave. I mean, they don't like this part. They can leave. That's fine. Oh, so her name's not Megan. Well, she's Megan today. Hold on. Hold on a second. Um, wow, there's so many text messages. I'm trying to find that text you sent, Fozzie, with the football team. Was it the football player? The sad one? The very, very, very sad one. How far up is that? There it is. Santa Fe. Santa Fe. Trying to. Oh, is Galveston in Santa Fe? Oh, I get it. You put a state fish up there. How the hell am I supposed to know that that is a state fish of Hawaii? I mean, who else knew that what Fozzie put up there? Hold on. Am I the only one? Who all knew that that is the state fish of Hawaii? If anybody but Kelly says I knew that, y'all liars. Just saying. Humana, 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 humana. Oh no, someone's calling my phone. You're live with Kathy. What can I do? One more time. Hold on. I gotta turn it up way higher. All right, go ahead.
Huma huma nuka nuka apawa'a.
I'm not saying that. You can't make me. Why? Yeah, I just waved at my phone. You guys don't do that? You don't wave at your phone when you say goodbye to someone? Yeah, I'm not saying that either. Nope. Because I'll say it like Megan, and then I want more Australians in here. I don't want to lose them all. I don't even know what my state fish is. I mean, I'm not even gonna go look. Give Chekhov a hug for me. But you guys really know what your state fish is? That's ridiculous. I'm trying to think if I know what my state anything is. I mean, nope. It's a spam call. Hang up. I'm hoping it's something cool like a trout or a bass. I hope it's not like a catfish or a walleye. Ah, sugar. Now I have to look it up. Oh, geez. Because I'm scared it's going to be something stupid like carp. State fish of. I do wish Pennsylvania was spelled shorter. Oh, it's a trout. It's a brook trout. I'm happy with that. They're we stock trout every April so that we can fish trout. We do have wild trout in Pennsylvania, but not a lot. So we stock trout. So they're very, very, very fragile. Thank you, legal. Oh, Jennifer, straight bass. That's a good one. I can't believe we have a state fish. Although both bass and trout are delicious. Who knows, CJ? Guadalupe, Basses, Texas. That's pretty good. Would it be red, Linus? I love fish tacos. I love fish, pretty much anything. Brooks trout. No, we're not going to birds now. Come on. So, one thing the judge did say yesterday is that he thinks, and look, we don't know if this is true. I'm not telling you this is about to happen. He thinks they're going to do, don't forget to wash your hands, more trials. So, I'm just going to remind everybody that no matter how excited you are to see it, I am not at all doing jury selection ever. Nope, nope, nope. His channel is right there. If you want to go through that, go for it yourself. You're sadomasochist, go ahead. But I'm not doing it here because some woman tapped me on my back a couple times tonight and she has me all annoyed at everything. So now I have to be happy. I don't know what a common sea dragon is, and that's fine. I don't need to know. We have such good tacos. Our chef at work grew up in Mexico and studied in France. And his tacos, I don't even know how to describe how delicious they are. I mean, there's some things he makes, like he makes macaroni and cheese. It's terrible. It's terrible. He uses mostly Velveeta. And if y'all don't know what Velveeta is, then good. I mean, I will eat Velveeta, but macaroni and cheese. Yeah, what color was the soap, Fozzie? Oh yeah, the tacos at our bar. Oh my gosh, they're so good. He's just not good with mac and cheese. Don't get the brisket mac and cheese because the mac and cheese is like eating straight Velveeta with barbecue sauce. Yeah, doesn't sound good. People love it. No, they don't. I mean, like, I want to tell them, no, that wasn't good. Why are you saying that that was good? Oh, Linus, I drink with you every night. Every night. No. Oh man, it smells like my dog just ate Velveeta mac and cheese though. Whew. I could teach him how to make mac and cheese, but that man doesn't listen to me at all. He's a chef. You know how chefs are. They are prima donnas. I don't even know what that is, and I'm happy, Bren. Oh no. The chat's not on the screen. That's why it all dropped. Phew. We picked up like 9 people though. They're probably confused as hell. Yeah. Yeah, Barb. Yes. I would eat a Vegemite sandwich. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But see, I grew up in the 80s. When food was put in front of you, you ate it, period. The only thing I can't do, and I will, if it's put in front of me, I have to. But the only thing I don't ever, ever, ever want to do is, are beets. Ugh. Nope. Bleh. I used to have to. I was forced to eat those damn beets, and ugh. So Friday, you should go to Judge Fleischer's stream because it's gonna be pretty wickedly cool. And I don't know how long the stream is gonna last. And well, I'm gonna play the whole thing on here. I'm gonna do probably half Friday and half Saturday. So we'll still get to see it. But if you go to Judge Fleischer's stream, do not talk about drugs or alcohol or medication or religion or what you ate for lunch. Do not say the words that they say in court in chat. Don't do it. Here's fine. Look at all this food we had in our chat today. That's awesome. Don't do that in court chat. Or politics. Yeah. Do not target other people for any reason. If you say illegal, you're banned. If you say deport, you're banned. That's it. It's just ridiculous, guys. Be nice. That's all I can say about that. We had Judge come in last Friday, and he was like, if you guys don't knock it off, I'm going to shut this chat down. And it's because people think it's okay to say, oh my God, he's an illegal, deport him. No, you can't say that. You have the freedom of speech somewhere else. Go say it anywhere else. Yes, put Donald in Texas. Fozzie needs a friend. Raven, we just delete your messages here. Because you say some pretty things too, you know. All right. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and do something I don't even know. But I will talk to you all in a couple hours or in 24 hours. Or if you take a couple days off, the next time I see you again, it was nice to see some new faces in here. Chris Schultz, we miss you. I don't know where you're at, but we miss you. So you can come on back. Yes, you have, Bren. I've deleted some of your messages. Oh, look. Hi, Monica. All right, guys. Be good. Behave, all right? I will talk to you again soon. Bye.
Got these lights that goes digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late at night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes hear a sky so blue. In her jokes there's a truth so true. With extreme she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.